Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's 2nd and inches.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Coming right, Hyde on the toss. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
No gain on the play. Brings up
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. On the counter, this is Hyde. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Time with Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 20.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Pickup. 2nd and 6.
Herbert now. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 20.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Now making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Hey, check, Mike 21,
On first down, Carr. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr airing it out deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's third down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And got him in. It's Woods. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Woods. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Hakeem Butler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next. Possession.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run. This is Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he finds his running back, Hyde.
Carr's pass.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead now up to 14.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They start the drive with Hyde. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Hyde. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Carr. Flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Open man, completes it to Butler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Open man is Ross, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, and he completes it to Cohen. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
To Tariq Cohen.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll go down at the 28. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, Herbert gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Eagles.
Now Cohen. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The Packers' 7-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Caleb Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. The final shot here before half for Carr. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
That's the end of
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
to kick off.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Let's go, D. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 80. Hey, let's get there. Sponge. 18. Right here. Mike 50.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man, Butler complete.
Herbert's pass.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw on third down. Herbert. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Caleb Wilson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead.
To kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Throwing on second down, Carr. And that's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. All day, baby, all day. Easy, kill.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Go.
Shotgun now for Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Number 29.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Herbert. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike 53, 53, Mike. Here we go. Check. Check 53. Tighten up.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. This is Butler making the catch. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Catch made here by Campbell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Herbert on first down now. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Philadelphia.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This will make it into the end zone.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
13-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick-six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They run it again with Hyde. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
15 yards on the play. First down.
At the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. But it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. This is caught at the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? 70 Lions. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check 26, check 26. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed. Lion. Watch the Ed. Hey, smash. On the rep. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 53's the mark. 53, check 53.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Number 53, Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
To throw again. Herbert. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
For Marquise Goodwin, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike, 53. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Go sweep.
Here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Herbert's pass intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21.
One final try now for Carr. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.